Have you ever noticed someone losing respect without doing anything obviously wrong? Or wondered why some people, despite being kind or competent, gradually become overlooked or dismissed? Respect isn't just about big actions. It's shaped by consistent, often unconscious behaviors. In this video, we're going to explore 11 subtle attitudes that quietly erode the respect people have for you. These are not always dramatic or malicious behaviors. In fact, they often come from a desire to avoid conflict or to be liked, but over time they send the wrong message. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the Mental Dose channel and join our Telegram community, where you'll get early access to new videos and exclusive insights on personal and spiritual growth. Now, let's get started. 1. Avoiding conflict at all costs. Avoiding confrontation may feel like the mature, peaceful option. After all, who wants unnecessary drama? But when you consistently refuse to assert yourself, say what you truly think, or stand your ground, it sends a powerful message that your opinions and boundaries aren't worth defending. Studies in assertiveness training show that people who never express disagreement are more likely to be seen as passive, easily influenced, and less competent. APA 2023. Being able to voice disagreement respectfully is a mark of emotional intelligence and maturity. You don't need to be aggressive to be firm. People respect those who can calmly express where they stand, especially when it's not the easy thing to do. 2. Excessive, self-deprecating humor. A well-timed joke at your own expense can make you relatable and put others at ease. But when it becomes a pattern, it can signal something deeper. According to psychologists, frequent self-deprecating humor is often linked to low self-esteem and a desire for approval. When you constantly make yourself the punchline, others begin to believe you don't take yourself seriously, and neither should they. Genuine confidence doesn't need to be loud or boastful. It speaks through self-respect and composure. Humor can still be your tool, but don't let it turn into your shield. 3. Dominating conversations without listening. Communication is not just about expressing your thoughts. It's also about showing that you value others' perspectives. When you constantly interrupt, talk over people, or steer conversations back to yourself, it creates the impression that you're more interested in being heard than in connecting. Active listening is one of the strongest predictors of being perceived as intelligent, respectful, and trustworthy. Brownell 2012. People who feel heard are more likely to respect you in return. If you're always talking but rarely listening, you're not building respect. You're draining it. 4. The inability to say no. Always saying yes may make you seem agreeable at first, but in the long run, it can hurt both your well-being and your credibility. When you never set limits, people begin to assume your time and energy are less valuable. Clinical research in boundary setting shows that people who regularly overextend themselves often experience burnout, resentment, and a loss of identity. Cloud and Townsend, 2002. Learning to say no doesn't make you selfish. It makes you clear. It protects your priorities, reinforces your values, and lets others know that your limits matter. Boundaries are a foundation of respect, both self-respect and external respect. 5. Acting like you know everything. Confidence is admirable. Arrogance is not. When you refuse to admit you're wrong, dismiss others' ideas, or constantly need to be the smartest person in the room, you create distance instead of influence. This attitude is often rooted in insecurity, not strength. Research on leadership consistently shows that humility, admitting what you don't know, and being open to learning builds more trust and respect than posturing ever could. Owens and Heckman, 2012. True authority doesn't need to assert itself constantly. It listens, adapts, and acknowledges others. 6. Losing emotional control. Emotional volatility, whether it's snapping under pressure, yelling during frustration, or passive aggressiveness, undermines your credibility instantly. People stop listening to what you say and focus instead on how you're saying it. According to Daniel Gleeman, author of Emotional Intelligence, the ability to manage emotions under stress is one of the clearest indicators of leadership and trustworthiness. Staying calm in tough situations doesn't mean you suppress emotion. It means you master your response. Composure communicates strength, and strength earns respect. 7. Breaking promises and failing to follow through. Credibility is built one kept promise at a time and destroyed just as easily. When you make commitments and don't keep them, even small ones, people start to question your reliability. According to behavioral economists, consistency between words and actions is a major factor in how we assess someone's trustworthiness. Shalini Dwemilaset. Whether it's being late, forgetting a task, or backing out of something you agreed to, each instance chips away at the trust people have in you. Reliability is not glamorous, but it is powerful. Respect begins with doing what you say you'll do. 8. Tolerating interruptions and being talked over. Letting people interrupt you without speaking up can appear polite on the surface, but over time, it suggests that what you're saying isn't worth holding space for. Assertiveness experts explain that silence in the face of interruptions often reflects internalized self-doubt or fear of confrontation. You don't need to demand attention loudly, but calmly continuing your sentence or saying, "Let me finish," can subtly shift how others perceive your presence. Respect isn't just about what you say. It's about how firmly you hold your space when you say it. 9. Not setting boundaries in casual situations. Many people think respect is only earned in high-stakes or professional environments, but it's in the casual everyday moments among friends, family, or even strangers where boundaries matter most. When you laugh off disrespect, tolerate offensive jokes, or let small slights pass to keep the peace, you're silently teaching people how to treat you. Psychologists agree that micro moments of disrespect, if unrest, accumulate and affect self-image and external perception. Neff 2011. Speaking up gently but firmly when something feels off is not rude. It's responsible. It tells others, "I know my worth." 10. Downplaying your own achievements. There's a difference between being humble and being invisible. When you constantly minimize your successes, shift credit away from yourself, or act like your achievements don't matter, people eventually agree with you. Social perception theory shows that if you don't acknowledge your own value, others won't either. You don't need to brag to celebrate your growth. Simply owning your journey confidently and without apology commands more respect than false modesty ever could. People are inspired by those who are proud, not arrogant, but aware of what they've accomplished. 11th. Neglecting body language and presence. Respect isn't just about words. It's also about how you physically show up. Slouched posture, weak handshake, avoiding eye contact, or speaking too softly can all signal insecurity. Nonverbal communication research confirms that body language accounts for more than half of what people interpret during interactions. Morabian, 1971. Standing tall, maintaining direct eye contact, and using gestures that match your words convey confidence, credibility, and presence. You don't have to look perfect. You just need to carry yourself with intention. The way you hold yourself tells others how to hold you in return. Respect doesn't disappear overnight. It fades gradually through small habits that we often don't even notice. From avoiding conflict to putting yourself down, each of these behaviors chips away at the way others see you, and even how you see yourself. But the good news is, each one is reversible. Start by choosing honesty over avoidance. Speak with clarity. Protect your time. Stand your ground. Celebrate your progress and present yourself with pride. Respect begins inside. And once you nurture it within, the world begins to reflect it back. If you've made it this far, drop the word respect in the comments, so I know you're part of this journey. And if you found this valuable, don't forget to subscribe to Mental Dose and join our Telegram community for early access to content that helps you grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. See you in the next one. Stay grounded and stay growing.